What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about another Western film. Continue on with this Western week to close off 2021 here on my channel. So, yeah, let's talk about How the West Was Won. This is an epic film released by MGM February 20th, 1963, and it was written by James R. Webb and produced Bernard Smith. And there's three directors: Henry Hathaway, who has done other films like True Grit, Niagara, Kiss of Death, and The Sons of Katie Elgar. And then John Ford, who is also known for doing like Stagecoach, The Searchers, which I have a review for, The Quiet Man, The Grapes of Wrath, and a whole pile of others. And also George Marshall, who is also the guy behind Destroy Rides Again, The Sheep Man, The Blue Dahlia, and Destroy, to name a few. So we got the three big name directors of the Western films. So that a box office earnings of about $50 million. So with that all covered, let's talk about it. So How the West Was Won is a story. You follow a family who grows up in like the east side of the states and goes more out west to relocate and become like settle and start off fresh. So basically, you follow them like young kids and stuff. You follow them at the beginning and throughout their whole journey, which takes place over multiple years. So in the settler time period, it was done by one director, and then the mid portion was done by another one, and then the third part and pickup shots were done by, I think, George Marshall. But yeah, for most of the film though, it it's quite an interesting one. I love the first half of this movie because there's a lot of jarring moments and stuff. Like they have to go rafting down a really rough river on these homemade rafts, and one of them breaks apart, and it's a good like half-hour sequence of them trying to survive, just getting down the river and stuff, and through the rapids and all this type of fun stuff. This is before life jackets and everything, so it was very fun to say the least. And there's some crazy moments. Also, later on in the film, like halfway through or so, they have like a train tries to get hijacked, and they're the cops and the bandits are going on like this lumber part, and they're falling off. The lumber is just rolling off the cart and stuff as it's going down the tracks and over bridges and stuff, and people are holding on for dear life. There's a lot of fun stuff like this, but this is more of a drama film than anything else. There's so much exposition and talk, and it's done like the old style. It's done like a play and sort of style, and that's common for these big movies in the 60s to be like this, because that's how films were originally when they were released. They were big epic pieces, and you go sort of like going to see a play. It's usually like up 3 hours or so. It's like films used to be like that too. So this one is like done in that sort of sense. And they also did a unique filming style where they use Panavision, where they use basically there's 9 cameras, three on one side, and then there's going to be another three here, and then there's three in the middle. So it eats up way more film than any other film that was made, pretty much. And it was weird because this was made for like the larger screens, when they used to have films in like auditoriums and stuff. Like you go to like a big high end theater, and then they have a big screen. And you just see the small film screen the on the bigger screen like this and watch it. But they try to make it, this is basically early IMAX basically. And yeah, so they take it, and so one set of cameras would capture this side, another set of cameras will capture the middle, and then another set of cameras will capture this side. So yeah, so it was very, sometimes when you watch like the actors talk and stuff, their eyes are going all over the place because they're not sure exactly where the person would be standing, where it's just, if it's one camera, they'd stand like side by side basically and just get the shots that way. So, and they push them pretty hard to know their marks and stuff like that, so they can do less takes and it would cost less to redo. And yeah, so, but the reason why I'm telling you all this is because this is one of the biggest flaws with this film nowadays, is you can still see that in the film. Like, it's a good clear picture, but you can clearly see the lines where the individual shots are put. So like basically if you take like a circle vision sort of screen or something like that, and they try to do a panorama shot without like with like seams and stuff for each individual projector. It's basically what it looks like. It looks like you're watching three different movies at once. And it gets a little weird because sometimes the film's not exactly the same. Like the color grading might be a little different, so the middle part might be like a reddish tone while the other ones are clear and stuff. And it kind of throws it off a bit. But yeah, it's still a fun adventure though, this film. And the acting's phenomenal. The writing is really good. The cinematography is pretty good too. I like how they try to do something way different. And just because like that like little thing sort of throws off the picture sometimes, doesn't mean it's a bad movie. This is a good adventure film with a lot of drama and some good action scenes thrown in there. So that's the only thing I have to complain about this film. There's not much else. So yeah, so I guess time to give it a rating then. So How the West Was Won, I really enjoyed it. It is long and it's more of a drama film where I was expecting more action mixed in, but I still really liked it and thought it was a fun adventure, and it's never a dull moment in it. And so with all that, besides the picture being all distorted, so yeah, I'm gonna give this film a 4.5 out of 5. It's a fun adventure film, and most people should check it out. Just be prepared for some like odd edits and stuff like that. And yeah, other than that, it's a pretty decent one. So yeah, check it out if you get a chance to. The trailer's linked down below if you want to check that out and see what I'm talking about. It's linked down below like always. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. It's always linked down below. I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. So you can follow me there. Or you could also follow me at Letterbox at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films. So yeah, follow me on one of those two to stay in the loop. Like this video, share so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. Let me know your thoughts, and comment if there's any other westerns you want to hear my opinions on. Comment those, or any films in general. Comment those down below. Try to catch them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, because hopefully we find something weird, obscure, and films that you probably never thought of checking out together, or so you can hear my opinions on some really popular ones, because usually they're way different than the majority. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and check out How the West Was Won. It's quite the good adventure western film. So yeah, and that's it for this one. I got like 3 or 4 more westerns to cover, so I think I'm gonna go dive into one of those right now and check that out, and so we can talk about it. So yeah, but hopefully you guys aren't going on a crazy pilgrimage like these folks anytime soon. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So till then, cheers.